What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day today, and I hope the rest of your day gets even better. So as you can see, today is an extremely hot day. I'm sweating like crazy. However, I am back from Egina, and if I'm not mistaken, since the last time I recorded footage and uploaded the video, even though I think I uploaded it yesterday or the day before, it has been almost a month. So I went to Egina for 2 weeks, then I came back, and for the past 2 weeks, I've been kind of, trying out new stuff, how the program's gonna be, my new training plan, my new diet plan, and I have created a new training plan and a new diet plan that I'm gonna be following from now on. So remember what I said, at the end of the previous video? Kind of scratch that. I'm actually about to go hit the gym. I'm gonna do a push workout today, specifically chest and shoulders. And as soon as I go back home, I'm gonna further explain my new training plan, and probably I'm gonna explain my new diet plan in the next couple of days. So let's go hit this workout, and after the workout, I'll catch you guys back at the house for the post-workout meal, and I'll explain to you guys my new training plan. Let's go. Okay, we are back from the gym. Workout went well. I tried to make progress. I kind of did, but not completely. So last time I logged in some of my sets. I was able to progress on the first and second sets. I increased the weight by 5 kilograms on each. But on the final set with the heaviest amount of weight, I wasn't able to progress. In fact, I think I hit one less rep on one of the exercises, which means it's actually, not in fact progress, it's reverse. So next time I'm gonna try and not progress so fast. I'm gonna try and hit my first and second set progressions again. And then on the third set, I'm gonna try and hit the exact same weight I hit last time for, let's say, 8 reps. I'm gonna try and do 10 to 12 before I even try or think about trying to increase the weight. After I can hit that amount of weight for 10, maybe 12 reps, controlled, nice, slow, and easy, with proper form, then I will add some weight, maybe 2.5 to 5 kilograms, and then we'll, slowly move up in weight. However, I am satisfied, I'm happy, and, can't wait to see how we progress in the next muscle groups and next workouts as well. So today I wanted to quickly show you my second meal of the day, which is going to be my post-workout meal. Then I have my final meal of the day before I go to bed, which I'm going to try and show you, but it's 0.5 kilogram of 0% fat yogurt with a gelatin sachet with strawberry flavor. If I'm able to, I'll show you guys that before I go to bed. Otherwise, maybe tomorrow. So quickly, this is the post-workout meal for today. We have 4 cucumbers, diced up, sliced up with some vinegar and salt. What you see, the brown stuff on top, is just low-calorie balsamic vinegar. And here we have the main course, which is going to be 200 grams of chicken. Then we have 100 grams of uncooked rice, and to top it off we have some low-fat mayo on top. With this, I'm gonna have my afternoon supplements, and here is some beef broth that I've boiled up just so I can drink together, because my throat's giving me a bit of an issue today. So I know I did tell you guys that I was gonna explain to you and talk to you about my new training program, the thought process behind it and everything, but I think I'm gonna save that and do it tomorrow, because the lighting's really bugging me. I need to really do something about the lighting in this room, because, you know, during the daytime it's perfect, but later on at night it keeps getting, you know, reddish, yellowish, orangish, and I really can't fix it through the editing, so it's really getting on my nerves. I'm actually really hungry as well, and I want to dive deep into this meal. So I think for today, that's my brother from the next room. So this is what I'm gonna eat right now. My first meal of the day was 100 grams of oats with 250 milliliters of almond milk. Then it was 8 egg whites with 2 whole eggs, 10 grams of olive oil in the pan. We mixed the eggs together and made an omelette, and on the omelette I added 15 grams of low-fat mayo and 15 grams of not zero calorie, but zero sugar, low calorie ketchup. I think I mentioned everything. I also had the coffee, my morning supplements. So that was meal 1. That's probably around 800 calories. This meal is around 750 calories, if I'm not mistaken. And then for the final meal of the day, I have 600 calories worth of yogurt. So I'm around 2100 calories to 2200 calories, something like that. Now, I am eating higher, relatively higher, compared to how I was eating before, because I can see that I feel more satisfied, more satiated. My performance in the gym has gone through the roof just by, you know, increasing my calories a little bit. I'm eating 3 big meals during the day. I could break them down into smaller meals and eat like 5 or 6, but I prefer eating these 3 larger meals and just kind of being hungry throughout the day in between those meals while I, you know, edit, work out, do chores and stuff, you know. But the thought process behind my diet plan, my full, you know, day of eating, my meals, everything, how I cook them, how I prepare them, I will do a separate video on that. The basic idea is, and my diet plan is basically what I've been eating today, every day, okay? I just eat the same stuff every day. Things that change are maybe my breakfast meal. I might, you know, switch it up a bit, and the gelatin sachet and the yogurt might switch up the flavor. But like when it comes to, oh yeah, and like toppings. But when it comes to the staple, that's pretty much it. So I am gonna be switching up my diet slightly, you know, adding or switching up things, you know, then and there, but that's the basic idea. So I think I'm gonna just grab this to eat right now because I'm really hungry. Then I'm gonna show you guys my final meal of the day. Tomorrow, I'm gonna try and further explain to you guys the thought process behind my training plan, my new training plan, and my diet plan a little bit before I do maybe at some point a full day of eating, to show you guys how I prepare my meals and, you know, what I consume, why I consume so much, etc. Also, I was thinking of doing a grocery shopping video at some point, and for my people in Greece, I am also thinking of doing, you know, different grocery shopping videos, just so I can go through each and every different type of supermarket, so we can, you know, analyze and see which one is the best and most worth it. So before we hit that final meal of the day, I'm gonna just grab a bite of everything. So we have cucumber, basic stuff. Then we have rice. To make the rice, I just add like turmeric, I think a Knorr cube, a vegetable stock or something. And I also add some ginger. That's how I basically make the rice. That's why it's yellow. Awesome. And then we have chicken as well. Boop. Can't go wrong. Honestly, if you guys want to lose weight and build muscle and change your body, all you need is consistency. You have to eat like this every day. Well, not necessarily, you know, these meals, but you have to be in a calorie deficit, work out, burn calories, stay consistent, and you're gonna lose weight, okay? If you're not losing weight, it means either that you're not in a calorie deficit, most importantly, or that you're not burning enough calories, one or the other. So you're either not eating, you're eating more food than you should be, or you're not working out and burning enough calories. So yeah, I'll let you guys go for now. I'm gonna devour this. Then I'll catch you guys for the final meal of the day. And tomorrow we have back day. We have a pull day tomorrow, and I'm gonna be, letting you guys know the entire thought process behind the training plan. Cause like when I was in Egina and when I was, you know, during the past couple of weeks that I've been here, I have recorded footage. I have gone and done some workouts, but they didn't feel good. During some of them, I was burnt out. During some of them, I couldn't really feel that I was, you know, controlling the weight. I couldn't feel the muscle. I didn't feel like the workouts were done with proper form and executed the best they could. So that's why I've decided to do the workout plan the way I've decided to do it, just so that I can, you know, progress, execute them as best I can, and also go through a decent workout, meaning we're still going close to failure, but without burning out the muscle. Therefore, we can then rest, recover, and, you know, get back at it again at some point during the next couple of days. So, gonna go eat this meal, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Okay, we are back for the final meal of the day. Final meal of the day is going to be the following. 500 grams of 0% fat Greek yogurt with a gelatin sachet strawberry flavor, although I do prefer cherry. Let's see. I mean, you could go for, what I usually do is I just add a scoop or two of protein powder. But like, since I'm out of protein powder and I have to go buy new protein powder, I am now substituting with gelatin sachets for the flavoring. You can add, you know, whatever you want, honey or whatever. This is something that's going to keep you full. This is something that's going to keep you full, going to keep you satisfied, satiated. Very high protein, 500 grams, 10 grams of protein per 100 grams, 50 grams of protein. So you can imagine if you add like 50 grams of protein powder, you hit almost 100 grams. And the calories are fairly low. Like this is around 600. Yeah, and it really fills you up. So I thought about it, and you know what? I am gonna let you guys know, and I am gonna tell you guys about the training program. So here's the deal. If you do a normal push-pull leg split, it goes something like this. Push, pull, legs, rest, repeat, or push-pull legs, rest. Something like that. That way you train each muscle group twice a week, so 8 times a month in total. Mine is slightly different. I am gonna be training push, pull, legs, arms, rest, repeat. So it goes something like this. Push, pull, legs, arms, rest. Push, pull, legs, arms, rest. That way, I basically train each muscle group twice every 10 days, 6 times a month in total, and I have 2 rest days every 10 days for, recovery purposes, to rest, recover, and rebuild. Now, I am going to be breaking my back and my legs in 2 different types of workouts that I am going to kind of dive deeper, maybe in the next video or in a separate video completely. But basically, I'm going to be doing chest and shoulders one day, back, rear delts and traps second day, legs third day, arms, biceps and triceps supersetted fourth day, and the 5th is going to be a rest day. Now, on my rest days, I might do abs, I might go for a walk, I might do some light cardio, but I am not going to touch any weightlifting, okay? Now, the difference is, the second time I train my back and my legs in the span of 10 days, the first workout for my legs is going to be quad focused. The second time I train my legs is going to be hamstring focused with some accessory work. The first time I train my back is going to be some compound movements, maybe upper back to trap focus. And the second time I train my back is going to be width, thickness, more machine work. I am going to be diving into the program in detail, as I mentioned, either in a separate video or in the next video. I'm not really so sure. But I am going to explain to you guys exactly what I'm going to be doing. The idea is to do roughly 18 sets per body part every 10 days. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you shouldn't be doing more than, let's say, 9 to 16 sets per body part per week. So if you're doing a push-pull leg split, you're trying to hit, anywhere between 9 and 16 per body part. Depends. I'm going to be doing 18 sets every 10 days with 2 rest days in between, okay? So I don't think I'm that off. The reason behind this is so that I can progress, keep progressing, maintain control, form throughout every workout, and not burn out during a workout because of, too much volume, overtraining. Something like, what happened in the video I uploaded before I left for Egina. So, if you're doing like chest, shoulders, triceps, and you're hitting, many sets, reps, and you're completely like, going through this entire workout. First of all, it takes too much time. Second of all, you kind of burn out. And so after a certain point, you're not really, hitting the muscle properly, and you're not really doing anything. Then you have to actually maybe hit cardio. So it's like, it takes way too long. And also recovery will take a toll. Like, it will suffer if you're wanting to hit that muscle group or that same workout again in the next couple of days. So basically I want to do, let's say, 3 exercises per body part, 3 sets each. I'm not including warm-ups and, getting used to the machine and getting used to the movement. So I'm basically doing 3 working sets times 3 exercises. That's 9 for each body part. So, 2 times 9 is 18 sets every 10 days. That's roughly the idea, and I am going to be diving deeper into detail in the upcoming videos, either in the next one or maybe in a separate one, just to explain everything again and make sense of it all. Also, just a really short rough idea when it comes to my diet plan. As I mentioned earlier, by eating 1500 to 1750 calories, I had mentioned it in the past, I wasn't going to be doing it for like a prolonged period of time, because you're not going to be able to function that way. So what I instead, focused on doing was just doing that for a short period of time, lose some weight, get rid of some, water retention, excess water weight, excess weight in general. But after that, when you're really trying to lose proper weight, you are going to want to go to the gym, really be able to perform, not only with the weights, but with the cardio, and you're going to want to maintain that. So if you're constantly hungry, when you're constantly energy deprived, when you're, you can't perform in the gym, you can't progress in the gym, you can't really go through an hour of cardio, you can't go through lifting, proper heavy weights. And let's say, for instance, you're eating 1,500 calories, so basically your diet sucks. Or you're not eating enough food and you're, hungry, etc. You're gonna lose it along the way. So I was able to maintain it, and I am able to maintain it for, a prolonged period of time, because I've found a diet that works for me. And after a while, I basically just eat 1 or 2 huge meals throughout the day. I stay hungry, I manage my hunger. I, think about the fact that I'm in control, that I'm not really that hungry. Because like, you're not really, let's say, starving and that hungry. It's just your mind playing, tricks on you. But after a certain point, I decided to focus on eating 2,000 to 2,250 calories. I'm still in a deficit. I'm still in a calorie deficit, but I'm not, in such an aggressive calorie deficit. I'm able to perform way better in the gym. I'm able to lift good, decent weight for me. If you take into consideration my shoulder, that's giving me, issues. I'm logging everything into my notebook, and slowly and steadily, let's hope, and I believe, we'll be able to perform better and progress and increase weight. That's the whole point of it all, okay? And the fact that I'm eating 3 big meals, like I showed you today, keeps me happy, satisfied, satiated. I am hungry, during some points throughout the day, but usually the first time maybe I kind of get hungry, I'll hit the gym, and it's a, decently, it's a good workout. It has an hour of cardio, weights, the fact that you have to go to the gym, the fact that you have to come back, take a shower, change, do all that kind of stuff. So, time passes, and then immediately after I eat the last meal I showed you, I might, sit down, do some work, edit, do all sorts of stuff. And before I go to bed, which is a huge thing, I do not go to bed on an empty stomach, because I want to be able to rebuild when I'm going to sleep, maintain, let's say, an anabolic status. And also I don't want to kind of binge. So that's the biggest problem is when you go to bed on an empty stomach, or when it gets really late. That's, something's gonna go wrong. If you have snacks in the house, if you have things that you're not supposed to eat in the house, that's when you're gonna go and eat them before you go to bed. It's like you're binge watching a series, a show or something. It's most definitely 100% sure you're gonna snack and you're gonna, get off your diet. And the biggest issue of it all is you've gone through the entire day focusing, following your diet, being consistent, being, proper as you should, and then you mess it up and you lose it all at the end of the day, and you go over your calorie deficit, and therefore you're no longer losing weight. You're either, staying at the weight you already were, or you might even gain some weight. So instead of being stationary, be mindful, try to focus on maybe consuming, if you try to eat this, I'm not saying you're gonna be 100% satisfied, but it's not the easiest thing to get down. This is half a kilogram. If you don't want half, but then we move on to let's say financial aspects, you can get a kilogram. I'd like to see you try to eat a kilogram of 0% fat Greek yogurt with either protein powder or, let's say, a gelatin sachet or some sort of flavoring, okay? It's not gonna be the easiest thing. You know why? Because you're not craving it that much. I know you could eat an entire pizza or a burger or a tub of ice cream, but when it comes to this, you don't want to eat it. You know what that means? You're not really hungry. Because if you were hungry, you would be able to, annihilate this entire bowl or whatever. So be mindful, eat this, it's gonna keep you full, it's gonna be okay according to your diet, it's gonna help you recover, very good amount of protein, and it has little to no carbs and little to no fat, which, you know, before bed makes it a great choice. So I can give you guys more tips on what you can eat, you know, before you go to bed, before you know, in general, throughout the day. But like this, like, look, this is a spoonful, okay? This is a spoonful. It has like 15 of these in here. 1, 2, 3, not 15, I over-exaggerated, but it's like, got 10. 10 of these right before you go to bed. If you drink like also half a liter of water, it's gonna keep you full. And you know, keep in mind, you are trying to lose weight, so you're gonna be slightly hungry, but like, you're not gonna go overboard. You're gonna stay consistent, okay? So, thank you so much, guys, for tuning into today's video. I can't wait to catch you in the next video, you know, with more information and you know, much more to come. I think the next video is, as I mentioned in my training program, a pull day. So we're gonna be hitting back and we're gonna be doing machines. And in the second back workout, we're gonna be doing compound movements. So, you know, I'm gonna get into details of that in the next video. So train well, rest well, recover well. Most importantly, do yourself, do you. Be your best, never give up, keep going, no matter what's going on, keep going, okay? Just keep going. And thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you found this video helpful, if you enjoyed the video, drop a subscribe, a like, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.